only. Glad you guys can make it out. I'm making some claims that are pretty outlandish, but I can back them up. Boom. End of story. There is no other crypto out there, so don't get it twisted. If you don't understand where you're parking your money, you're gonna pay the consequences for that, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Boom. We're obliterating everybody, literally. There is nobody else that comes close to what Hex has done. Boom. Oh, it's about to get funky. Funkier than you could have ever imagined. You know, Richard Hart is a boss. Hex is literally the best thing on the planet. It's simple mathematics.
Simple mathematics, man.
What up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day. It's Whales only and Cloud Chase only.
I'm seriously starting to wonder. Maybe I will just do it. Make the, you know, the documentary is called Highest Stakes Only.
Mm-hmm.
The highest of stakes, and I'm
only.
I'm See, I'm already doing it. I'm already putting only like after every name, but I might just do the lowest stakes only. Maybe that's the next one. We'll see.
Might be. You never know. Everything seems to work when we do it because it's this team win. So wouldn't even surprise me if it did work. Happens.
Yeah, it's pretty easy nowadays to win. We got the right people. We got the right skills. We got the right everything.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, right? Because it seems like no matter what we do, it's easy. But it's not that it's easy. It's just that we're all on the same page, and you know, everybody wants the same thing. And when everybody wants the same thing, it's easy to accomplish something. It's not hard at all. You know.
Yep.
You know, I'm talking with guys, man, and you know, I'm having an interesting conversation literally right now over Twitter with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy because there's a lot of things going on. This is going to be a different stream from the usual. I actually got a list of things I want to talk about because I don't want to kind of get sidetracked like I always do. I got a list, so let's go by the list. First, yeah, we're gonna let everybody get into the chat. We're gonna let people jump in here because I know
First, I want to answer a really important question that's already in the chat.
Consider yourself my level. Go right ahead.
All right. Well, this is a high level answer as well. Like Cryptomania asks, if whales eats fish, what is land whales eating? That's what he's asking. Well, land whales are elephants, and elephants eat plants. And I actually in real life eat plants, so it works perfect.
There you go. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Lakama. Sorry, homie. I'll get back to you in a little bit, man. It's just crazy over here. We gotta talk. But yeah.
What's the list, dude?
Corey, what's up, bro? If you can join, let me know, man. I'll send you the link, man.
Hop in.
Yeah, hop in if you can. I'll send you the link, and if you can hop in. You know, if you can't, I feel you because I know you're retired and all that. And it seems like the closer we get to retirement, the more busier we get. So,
once you're retired, you're the most busy ever.
Yeah, it's a weird problem to have as a Hexican. I don't understand quite how that happens, but here we are.
Well, it's because then you don't have any other thing to do than communicate with Hexicans, and everyone's doing shit. So then you end up doing shit.
Yep, 100%. I mean, it's a big thing, right? Because it's like, what else is there to do? Not much else to do.
Yeah, you can sit on your ass for a bit, but
forever.
At some point you just have to get up and do something again.
You would think.
And then if Hex is the best place to be, then you better do something for this community. And it's funny that I saw all this what would you call it, drama around the whole nomics thing on Twitter, and I was
Oh, we're
like,
gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about
yeah,
that.
I know we're
That's
gonna
that's
talk
that's
about it,
item number two. That's item number two. We're gonna talk about
but just to touch on it briefly, like I just looked at it and I was like, I don't care, man. We can
it.
just
Yeah,
build our
it's kind
own.
of like
Like,
whatever.
eh,
Yeah, it's
like
whatever.
Dr. Existentialist says, retiree army. We got all,
Retiree army.
we got so many
That's a good
people
way of
that
putting it.
don't need any money anymore and are just here to make the product and the community succeed. Because the more we let it succeed, the more
Better off
people
we are.
will have such better lives, man. It's great. This is the best vehicle to change people's lives.
100%. It's just about helping people understand how it works, that it's real, and all of those things that matter, right? Because it's about what matters ultimately. And what ultimately matters is you being able to do what you want, right? You being able to live the life you want, you being able to affect the change you want, etc.
Hmm.
So, those are the kind of things we got to keep in mind. That's ultimately what it's about. And doing the right thing is easy, but doing it for the right reasons makes it even easier, right?
Oh
And I
yeah.
think that that's something unique that we kind of get to dabble in over here, right? We don't really have to worry about a lot of things. We kind of just do what we want, and life is good because of that. And it's a powerful position to be in, right? A lot of people don't understand markets. Hex, the hexing community is very lucky in the sense that it has a, the very select few people within the space that actually do. And because of that, a lot of people have made the right decision to not dump their bags and things of that nature because, at the beginning, it was a big question as to why Hex could have all the supply that it has and still function, right? That's a big, big thing.
Hmm.
Because the common thread is that, oh, if the number of supply is crazy, then guess what? The coin is going to be worth zero. It's just
Yeah.
not the case, and having all of these conversations um, are important. Are important.
It's funny how big of a thing people make that in their head.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, that's just a concept, dude. You can tweak it. Like, it's not set in stone that, oh, supply is high, okay, price doesn't do anything. There are more variables than that.
100%. I mean, it's. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Could you talk for a second while I take this
Yeah,
call, brother?
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's the same what I hear with the people saying all kinds of things about market cap. I always found it kind of weird that you just look at market cap to see if there's potential in price movement. That doesn't make any sense. It just depicts the price. It what's the word? It's a function of the price and the circulating supply. So it's not something that makes the price. It kind of weirds me out that people are so religious about about market cap and then also supply, and it's not really people's fault. I think it's a lot of people have never had proper economics classes. So I got one friend that I wanted to onboard, and he was looking at the supply of hex, and he was saying exactly that. He said, well, if there's so much supply, then how is this going to fly? Or someone else said something about the price, and I just looked at them and thought, really? You're 25, whatever, 25 to 30 years old, and you don't understand the most basic form of an economic concept. Yeah,
Pretty
and
crazy, right?
I started to explain it to them. Like I don't necessarily judge them on it, but it goes to show how little some people understand about markets.
Yep. 100%. 100%. I mean, it's kind of crazy because market prices are dependent on two main factors, and they're never going to change. That's supply and demand.
Yeah.
How does supply and demand affect price? Right? How? And that question is always based on, well, what's available. That's the actual supply. It's not just the magic number that exists in a computer. Because if that was the case, well, then why are things worth what they're worth? We know there's an infinite supply of them because they keep getting made. So why isn't the supply? Why isn't the price zero? Why do you have to pay for something? Right? I bet nobody thought about that one, but there you go. So it's not about the supply. It's about what's available for purchase.
Yeah,
Fact, not
yeah,
fiction.
for sure.
Right?
Which
And
you could
these,
probably see as the real supply. Like you could, but they are everyone's already always talking about supply, but there's like a nominal supply, I guess, and a realistic supply, or the no,
right, nominal
I don't know.
supply, I guess you
Yeah,
could say, is the total number, right, that actually exists
yeah,
based on what the system does.
yeah,
And then the real supply is going to be like what's actually available for
yeah. That's
buying
what
or
I'm
selling
trying
in
to
the
say.
market.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no,
and
no,
it's
yeah, yeah.
interesting. I never actually saw that anywhere. Like
Yeah,
so
you're
that
not.
everyone's already always talking about just supply, but it's not
Hmm.
necessarily what. Yeah, exactly what you say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not how it works. It's just not how it
Ren-
works.
Renchiti got my new name. Market cap only one.
Too funny, man. I mean,
We can rotate through all of
it's
them, man.
yeah, it's just crazy, dude. It's crazy. We try to educate, and that's all we can do.
Yep.
Can't do much else, and that's it. Hope that people get it, bro, because that's all we can realistically do, right?
People need to get it, man. It's interesting. I've also had a lot of people over the last years that told me, yeah, I don't really find it interesting, economics or math or whatever.
Hmm.
And I always looked at them funny, like, all right, so you're not going to force
Ever work?
yourself to understand this,
Why you need to make
even
money? And,
even though if you understand this, you can rig this system or at least
mhm,
understand it to skew it your way. You don't want to understand that,
basically.
huh? And back then, it wasn't even that big of a deal. It's like, all right, you can do your thing. I'll do my thing. But the people that don't understand markets, that don't understand economics or math, they are going to get fucked up in the coming 2 years.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, they're
They're
already
gonna get
fucked, really.
wrecked.
They're
Yeah,
really
but
already
they
fucked.
don't notice it yet.
Well, I guess that's true.
You don't see the people crying yet,
Oh man, not at all. Not at all. I
but
mean,
you will. You will, man.
it's
And
interesting you put it like that, right? Because for a lot of people, that is what it's going to take.
yeah,
Unfortunately, pain is the best teacher.
they need to be forced at some point. So, yeah, it's funny that yeah, we find it really important and we see the value in it, right?
Right?
Just always find it interesting that some people just don't see how it is of value or something.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
maybe their brain just works differently, I guess.
You know,
Less analytical or something.
I guess. I mean, here's the thing. I'm a person that at one point in time in his life was not analytical in the sense that you're stating, right? I
Yeah.
wasn't a data nerd or anything like that.
Uh
I
huh.
was just some freaking kid that used to draw crap. That's it, right?
Oh,
So,
you drew?
yeah, I was
Yeah.
artistic at first at
Cool.
one point in my life. So, this whole notion of, oh, you're left brained or you're right brained to me is false.
It's not. Yeah.
I think
It's
it's
a,
false.
it's a
You
narrative.
either, yeah, you either want to learn some shit or you just want to be stupid. That's it.
Yeah.
This is that cut and dry, straight up. Because at the end of the day, you either want to learn or you don't. You either want to succeed or you want to fail. Straightforward. It's not more confusing than that. And that's the thing that I found myself with, uh, right when I had to learn that, oh crap, I got to learn math if I want to be successful at anything in terms of money. That's what I realized. Because even if you're trying to do art or whatever, guess what? If your business acumen is shit, you're going to get violated. You're
Yeah.
going to get robbed. Simple.
Big time.
You're going to get swindled. It's just the nature of the beast.
I started my videography business telling people I'm not a videographer doing business. I'm a businessman doing videography.
Correct. That's
And
it.
that subtle change made all the difference. That's the difference between me being successful within a year and traveling the world with some big public speakers and big names. Even though I got wrecked by COVID right when it started to take off, but that's not the point. Um, all the other people that were learning videography at kind of the same moment as me, they didn't exceed as fast as I did because they were just making fun stuff
Right.
instead of actually pushing themselves to do the business and all that. And then they look at the business and they're like, "How do you do that?" Well, it's that subtle difference. I see the structure first, and then I've painted in instead of just painting randomly and then find some structure after.
Right. And I mean, I like this comment from Archie, right? Because people do think differently. Nobody's denying that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. The fact is that you can improve your skills, even if you assume you're not
yeah,
natural. Because I don't
yep.
think anybody's a natural or not natural. It's just you either excel at something or something not. You choose what it ultimately is. Nobody else can tell you. I used to be a very good artist, and now I can destroy everything else. So it's on you what you want to do, ultimately. It's not on some random false narrative that people like to make up. It's just not how it works. I'm 100% proof of that. 100%. 100,000%. So that's just something people got to come to terms with.
I think a lot of hexagons are, man.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody is the same.
Yeah.
It's just whether you realize it or not, right? I mean, look at what we're all doing in crypto. I wasn't some internet genius or nothing like that. I'm
Wait,
learning how the shit works now,
I
right?
got the perfect answer for you, Snake Eyes. So Snake Eyes asked, "Hello, I need help to stream on YouTube. Do you guys know where to find the info on
YouTube.
YouTube?"
Yeah, that's how
This
I found it.
this
And next
works on
time, just
YouTube too,
ask,
guys.
bro. Don't give your money away, please.
Yeah, just ask, man. It's no problem.
Yeah, just ask.
But basically, on the top right, you can just click on make a new video and then click on live, and then you just connect your webcam, and then it's really straightforward. Actually, you just do some
hmm
steps,
hmm
and then from that, it's just most important to do the stream, and then from then on, improve on next streams because you're not gonna get everything right anyways,
Yeah, you're not.
and it doesn't matter at all, like at
Yeah,
all.
that's why I do live streams because it never matters.
No,
Easy peasy.
so just go do it, man.
Yeah. Yep. That's the number one advice I give anybody. You want to do something, just do it. How else are you supposed to get it done? Right? How else? There's no other way. So that's the only way. So yeah, man, that's like the most important thing. So, all right, we got like 160 heads in the chat. We're 20 minutes in. I think we can
Yeah, what's
start
the list?
with
What's
the
the list?
list. So, item number one is a moment of silence for the folks in Australia. Um, much respect to them. They're going through some serious shit. Unfortunately, the so-called governments of the free world have no intention on helping them deal with that tyrannical government that's taken over. And that kind of begs the question, who's next? Because somebody's going to be next. I've been talking about this shit for a while. It's coming. Question is, will you be ready? Question is, will you do what the Australians are doing and stay inside your house and just let the government run amok? That's the question. In America, the clear answer is no, because we got guns. So they can't just do that shit. So you remember that the next time you see a false flag about some shooting somewhere, because that's all they are. Because you have to remember, there were none for 4 whole years. How come? Good question. And those are the kind of things you got to sit there and think about if you still watch the stupid box. Because I never watch it, but yet I know what's going on. So the question should be why? Why do I know what's going on, but you don't? I don't watch the stupid box.
That's why you know what's going on.
Exactly. Exactly. But that's exactly it. right? That's the catch-22. That's the literal catch-22. Because if you're looking at the stupid box, what's happening is that they're playing. That's the magic trick, right? They got you looking left when you should be looking right. Right? That's basically what that is. So, let's keep our head on the swivel out here, guys. We see what's happening and what's not happening. The what is not happening is more important than the what is. And that's something that I really need you guys to be aware of. Been to war before. And, these are real life conversations that people need to be taken into account. It's not a joke. You see what's happening in Australia. There's a reason they're trying to hide it. We post it on Twitter for a reason. It's not for fun. It's for knowledge. So you can act like however you want to act, but eventually you're next. And that's their whole goal. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about that. Yeah, don't even worry. We're getting there.
What?
Nah, it's something Axis sent me.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on that people just aren't aware of. And this is what this topic is about. All right, so number 2 is the whole nomics thing. And it just so happens that Mr. Collins has just reached out to me on Twitter because my whole question to him was, well, because he's asking about the OA. And I'll read his tweet. Yep. Dear Hex Army.
Okay, put it on the screen if you want.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me show it.
Might be good.
I don't know if I'll be able to get him on right now or not. But because this is last minute, like he literally just messaged me 12 minutes ago. So probably not, because he's running a whole company, so that's not even realistic.
We got time as well. It doesn't matter. We got 15 years, mate.
Yeah, we got 15 years. We're good.
And then from then on, we have another 15 years.
Correct. We got as many years as you want, bro. We got as many years as you want. Yeah, and again, I'm just curious because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you had the opportunity to talk to Richard about it. What's so confusing now? That's my question.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my question. So that's my ultimate question. But here's his message to us, I guess. Genuine, honest question with only 10% of the Hex locked staked. Why does Hex have 0.06% of the volume of Cardano and 0.05 the volume of ETH? ADA has 166x times the volume and ETH has 2000x times the volume. Trying to, I guess, grasp the market cap to vol ratio, which is a fair question. Yeah. We've talked about this ad nauseum, actually, because it's weird, right? So let's talk about it, as we always do. And the thing is, we use nomics.com to talk about it because, they're just relaying data. That's all that they're doing. So I understand that. And my reply to him was, let me try to find it.
I saw it.
Yeah, I just, I want things to be clear, cut, and dry, right?
Yep.
So my reply was, so Satoshi's coins are gonna have to be removed from the circulating supply for BTC too, if this is the flawed logic being used, right?
Yeah.
Because that automatically ramps up the metric that he's talking about. Because what happens is that the volume then becomes a greater value of the market cap. Simple mathematics. So I just cut straight to the chase because I don't bullshit. I get right to it. So, which is funny because the Hex being held by the OA can move at any time, but not a single Satoshi can be moved from this wallet ever or has ever moved. Right? So you guys saw his reply is this. I'm having trouble discerning the exact question here because I went right to it. I didn't bullshit, and that's fine. And yeah, so again, he's just asking, right? And that's fine. But again, you had the chance to ask the man himself. That's my problem.
He was invited for a live stream at one point, right?
Well, they did a whole talk. They did a whole session. They did a whole
Oh, they
like
already
1.5 hour session. So I don't know.
Ah, okay.
So that's what's going on there, right? So I'll reply to him in a little bit, but this isn't important.
Yeah.
It's just what's going on, right? And what I want to talk about with regards to that is why the volume to market cap is so much greater relative to what we have going on, which is microscopic, basically. So the volume, right? Now let's do a little math here. Let's do BTC. Now BTC is pretty centralized. I mean, long story short, right? Just to not waste too much time. The reasoning is because these assets, right? They trade on centralized exchanges primarily. Hex does not. Hex is true decentralized finance. True. So what that means is if nobody is buying, and by nobody I mean actual people that want to buy the Hex contract, then nobody's buying. So, pretty straightforward. Right? I mean, it's that cut and dry. That's the reasoning why. That's the answer to his question, in all honesty. But I don't know what he knows, so maybe he just doesn't know. But that's the answer. You have wash trading that happens on centralized exchanges. That's why the volume is so much bigger, even though we only have a $2 trillion market cap. I mean, come on, 63 billion, 100 billion, right? Less than a billion, 6 billion. That's 106 billion. Tether, come on, 2x from 70 billion, and you're asking about Hex, bro? And you're asking about Hex, man. Like, come on. Like, I think we need to give this dude a simple block of instruction on how markets work, honestly.
So
right?
can you give
Because
just for me, freshen up, and maybe for the people that are watching, can you maybe give a brief explanation of wash trading and why it happens?
Sure. So wash trading is basically when exchanges trade within themselves to augment the reality of what's happening on the exchange. Right? That's the explanation of the what, and that's the explanation of the why. So exchanges trade against themselves. It's their book. They can do whatever they want with it. This is where you get scam wicks from, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
10% of volume is Doge. Come on. Really? Really? See what I mean? 10%
I'm
USDC.
not buying that. Yeah.
USDC is 10%, but yet Tether is 200% or 180%. You see, so it's understanding what's actually happening in the plumbing that is maybe causing the confusion for him, which is fair.
Yeah.
Right? But why wouldn't you ask, why the hell does this make sense? Which it doesn't. And that's my complaint. This doesn't make sense.
Because initially your brain says higher number is good, but it's not.
It's not. Because
initially,
where's that money coming from?
If everything else is high and one is low, then the lower one should be weird. But actually, it's the other way around.
Reply was the best reply, and I'm going to break down why. Right. I'm going to break down why, because this is the fact of life.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That was good, man.
Right. This is the reply. This is the answer to his question. But he needs a block of instruction on how markets work if he doesn't understand that, because it's just true. Right. Of the 140 million homes in the U.S., 6.5 million are traded hands in 2020. That's 4.6%, which is high, yet and still, right? Relative to the daily volume, right? So this is the daily volume, because this is an annual number.
Oh.
Get it? So when you sit there and you break down what's going on with Hex,
wait, what time frame is that volume that they? Is it 24 hours?
Annual.
Yeah, we're
here.
No, on Nomics. I mean.
Oh, no, it makes sense. This is 24 hours. Yeah. This is volume for over the past 24 hours. Exactly, bro. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
One day. If we change this to 1 week, the numbers are going to change. You see?
Yeah.
But you see, our relative numbers do not change. Right? Because relatively speaking is going to still be in line with what's normal. Whereas this is not. Watch what happens when we go out to 1
And you
month.
can also look at the transparent volume, right?
So you're telling me 2x of the volume of Bitcoin traded in the last month. So all of this Bitcoin in Satoshi's wallet moved.
Damn. Nah.
At least once. And we know that didn't happen, right? So these are the things that you have to understand. So this is not an attack on anybody. It's just a simple discussion about what is what.
Showing the details, yeah.
Yeah, it's just showing what's true. Because this is what's true. This is what's true. Right? Now, let's do a little bit of math because you guys know I love to do math. Now we're going to go back to our daily here.
Someone send this link to Clay.
Well,
You might
it's
find it
again,
interesting.
I'm gonna reply to him. And
Yeah, that's
again,
fine.
there's no again, it's a
Nothing
question.
against him. Yeah.
No, I love the guy because he's
Yeah.
no bullshit.
Exactly.
He's no bullshit. So I'm curious as to why. That's why my reply went straight to what I think is what I think. Right? This is what I think. This is no attack to him. My reply was based on, well, let's cut straight to the chase.
Yeah.
Because that answers the question. I answered it differently than Maddie. Maddie just gave the best answer. That's all. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to take this little bit of math, okay, and we're going to do some math. Right? We're going to do, let's go to Wolfram. That's my homie, even though he's a freaking super brain with the math, and I'm not. So let's do 37, right, divided by 270 billion. Well, let's see. Is it 274 billion? That's going to look like 1,000 here, 274,000, okay? So what we get is this number, which is just going to be, if we take this number and multiply by 100, we're going to get that percentage, just so it doesn't look like a decimal. I'm just going to weird you guys out. So that's the percentage, right? The percentage is 0.0135% a day. That's the dollar value of the volume traded so far in the last 24 hours. And we're talking about something that's worth $274 billion. Okay? Now, think about this. Think about this, right? Go back and read this. 140 million homes in the U.S. Now, if you got a number tagged to that, it would be 140 million probably multiplied by 200,000. So some gargantuan number. You multiplied that 600.5 million by that 200,000 average house price again, it's going to be another gargantuan number. But when you divide it, it's going to be this. Wow, looks familiar, doesn't it? Damn, math strikes again. So, it's just about being analytical, guys. And that's something you can learn once you learn how to ask the right questions, right? So maybe Clay's question wasn't the best formatted question, but it was a good one because it's a good question to ask. Because what are the others doing that their volume is so high? To the point that they supersede their volume, their annual dollar market cap volume in a month. Excuse me.
In a month, yeah.
Because now I'm on a month here. Okay. So this is what's happening. So that's the question. We're way away. We're still 1 and 270 seconds away from being even close to 1xing, to being equivalent. But yet everybody else is 2xing their shit, or 4xing if you're fucking Ethereum. Right? So it's a great question. It's a great question.
Yeah. So what does the transparent volume thing say? Do you know?
My guess
really looked at it.
My guess is that this is actual DEX volume. I don't work at nomics, so I don't actually know. Right? Their article could say whatever they wanted to say.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't work there, so I don't know what the plumbing looks like. So they could just say whatever it is,
Yeah, volume that moves through exchanges to which they have awarded an A transparency rating. Yeah. Doesn't say much.
So I'll just define it as something that's on a DEX versus something that's not, because it's the easiest way for me to understand it. Like BNB, come on, that should all be zero. No such thing as transparent volume tied to BNB. Let's be honest. Um. Anyway,
Doesn't
whatever.
really matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So you guys again got to
We can
remember,
see. Yeah.
yeah, market cap doesn't matter in crypto. What matters in crypto is utility and value to the individual using the thing. Because if Bitcoin really mattered as far as the use case, which is limited supply, really, that's the real use case for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because it went from peer-to-peer currency to store value. I don't know what other narrative they can try to tie to it, because there really is none other, right? There's none other that's valuable, because I've already shown that this is a volatile asset that is not positively skewed, right? You can go to my website and check out my, well, I'll just show you guys. Fuck it. Let me not be lazy, right? Yeah, charts. Yeah, I'll probably be closing that console shit down too.
I am.
Yeah, getting too busy with real life stuff. All right, let's see. So when we go to this chart, this is what I'm talking about, right? So when you look at all-time hex versus BTC correlation, what I'm laying out in each dot, right? Hex is the x-axis and y is BTC or Ethereum. Hold on, guys. Or Ethereum. What I'm highlighting here are the returns for each point in time, for every point in time that's existed since Hex has come into the fore. So ever since Hex started trading, right? That's what each data point is showing. So if you look at Bitcoin, this is what Bitcoin represents, this direction, right? The dots in this direction are sloppy, right? It's sloppy. It's north to south. It's not north. And it should be north if it was a good asset. Now, when you look at Hex, which is east to west, you're going to notice that the majority is east. It's the right of the zero line. And that's what you want to see.
Yep.
Period. Like, that's not a debate. When a professional comes and look at this, they're not going to ask any questions. They're going to say, where can I put my money to get this?
They're gonna
ASAP.
buy. That's exactly what I was thinking the moment I started to understand this one. I was like, I don't need to see any other chart other than this one. Like,
That's it.
just get my money, because it's all, when you are in markets, right? It's all about the probability of stuff, and you just throw money at a 60% chance long enough, and you will win.
Mm-hmm.
This is what that shows. Like, you will win, basically. This,
Pretty much.
if this chart could talk, it says, "Buy me." Buy.
Exactly. That's it. That's all that's going on here. Literally. Literally, because at the end of the day, this is just what the markets have done, right? And continue to do day over day, because the data hasn't changed its nature. It's still giving you the best possibility of lying on the right side of the line. Whereas Ethereum and Bitcoin don't give you that. It's kind of like you might get lucky, you might not.
It's like you being the casino. You are the house. That's what this chart shows.
Correct.
You have more chance to win than to lose. And so if you put in money long enough, you will win. It's just a function of the system.
It's statistically guaranteed based on this chart.
Yeah.
And we have 650 data points in this chart saying yes.
I think some people just don't understand the sheer damage that this chart could do.
Yeah, they
or
don't.
the importance of what those dots are showing. It's
Yep. This is literally the most important chart.
Yeah, this is fucking beautiful.
This chart is probably the most important chart in all of these charts, because it gives you truthful verification of what's actually going on in the system. Right? In terms of just price performance.
Yeah.
Which is what people claim matters. So, you know, it's crazy, but it is what it is.
Archie says, I like that. Like Monopoly, you are the bank.
Yeah, you are the bank here.
Yep.
Yeah, you are the bank. You are the bank. That's all we're trying to replicate here. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Guys, for that chart, hit the likes. I see more. I see double the amount of people watching than likes, and that's not
Yeah.
acceptable.
So, this is something that's going around. I don't want to say that that's the case. I honestly, genuinely
Big
think,
quick.
yeah, I genuinely think it's a fair question. I just think he didn't ask it the right way.
Yeah.
That's all. Because, the market value, right? Even if you removed, let's say, the OA, right? That's going to still leave you with what? I don't know. We're still the number three, no matter what. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 70 billion is the number. Oh, so we'd be actually before, but that was yesterday. I don't know what the number would be now because I don't know what the market
I don't know.
supply is. Yeah, I don't actually know. But long story short, we'd still be number three, so nothing would actually change.
Be right back, man.
Yeah, no worries. I think the number is maybe 170 billion. I don't actually remember, but it's non-plus, and that's kind of the point. Um, we need to be cognizant of what matters, right? And what matters again is what's sitting in the market, not what people want to drum up is a formula, because that's all market cap is. It's some human-made formula, right? Okay. Let's see. Yahoo Finance. Let's check Yahoo Finance. Let's see. Nope, that didn't work. Cryptocurrencies. Let's see. Come on. All right. 173 billion is the circulating supply that they use. Still giving a market cap of 82.4 billion. So that answers the question that I had. And there we go. Right. So even yet and still, using the fake market cap data, we're still number three. So whatever. And that's all. It's just a question of what's the actual intention behind that question. That's what made me pause at it, because I've never questioned Clay or his intentions or anything like that. He's always been a straight shooter as far as I'm concerned. That's why I just went straight to what I thought the real question should be. Plus all these other questions that people aren't asking that I just asked earlier based on what's actually happening here. Because I'm of the mind that a whole market is not trading if people are actually holding that shit. How do you get 2x the market cap traded in a month? Crazy, right? Because that's the question. That's the question. So all right, we'll move on, guys. Enough of number two. Number three is a BTC site hack. Wow. I know you guys saw that party. Let's see what's going on over there. Is it Bitcoin.org? Is it? I think it's Bitcoin.org. See if that's even still working or not. Oh, they got it back up? Nice. Well, that was quick, huh? Well, it was down for a few days. Guess they took it back over. I wonder what happened there. Let's see. Yeah. They should probably work on their security. So, as you guys can see, even websites, right, that are important. Now, this is how I used to get to the website. This is why I didn't know how to get to it. This is how I get to the site. Type in that, and then I just click on that because this is what I care about. I don't really care about anything else on the site. So I'll throw this in the chat. Maybe somebody cares. Yeah, they probably did pay the ransom, right? Because that website was down for a couple of days. I stopped checking after day 2, but yeah, it was something crazy, right? I mean, look at this. This is just nasty. Let's see what Uniswap has going on for us. Oops. Let me just get this over here. Now, guys, I gotta tell you, I'm of the mind that I think we're about to get one of these moves at some point, or another one of these. I
Just
think we're
look
about
at
to
that
get.
chart, dude.
Yeah,
What the
it,
fuck?
yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
It just
It's
impresses me every time, man.
yeah, it's crazy, man. Okay, so Joe Biden tax legislation, as you guys know, uh, they want to, and I talked about it last time, but I spoke about it incorrectly, and a lot of you guys did come into the chat in the comments um, and correct me. So thank you for that. Um, so I want to go over it again so people understand what's actually going on, because it's important that we know, because this is our financial privacy basically that's trying to be invaded at this point. Just another breach of your Fourth Amendment rights. Um, Now, what's happening is that they want to have bank accounts with greater than $600 in value monitored, which is basically everybody's bank account. Period. So the full history for trend lines. No, I got a full history one too. Um, and it does matter. It does matter. That's why I'm taking time out to answer the question. It does matter. So here's my V1 chart. So yeah, it does matter. They should typically fall in line, even if they don't seem like they do. Because if you noticed, even though I changed the version of the chart that I'm using, it's still the same thing, right? Like the lines, they still fall in similar places. And they pretty much do, right? They just look different because the angle is different, because the time frame is different. So you think they're different, but they're not. So there's a little TA lesson from Wales for you. But yeah, you guys got to really pay attention to what's going on out there, because we're at the front of this fight for money. Because if we let them come in, right, and sneak in with their draconian laws, that's what they are. You know, when a law violates your human rights, it's draconian is the word that you use. The reasoning is irrelevant. This whole notion of terrorism and blah, blah, blah is all bullshit. The incidence of terrorism is zero. When's the last time anybody ever blowed up anything in your neighborhood? Right? When's the last time anybody has ever done anything to America on a terroristic threat or front? But yet and still, the TSA is still harassing the fuck out of everybody, making you take your shoes off, making you fucking bend over, making you do all kinds of shit, just for fun, because there's nothing else to do. Right? This is what these people get paid to do. They get paid to make your life annoying as fuck. Pull your laptop out of your bag. Pull your iPad out of your bag, because it looks like a bomb when it goes through the X-ray. Magically. Sure it does. So, as soon as we can get rid of that nonsense, it'll be gone. It'll be gone. We're working on it, folks, because, it's just crazy. It's crazy out here. So these people want to invade your bank account. Be aware of that, right? And not only that, now they want to pass this so-called digital asset bill. And long story short, this is what they're trying to do. And I'm just going to read it to you straight in synopsis form, because it's just easier that way. Under the bill, any digital asset that met the definition of a digital asset security would deemed to be and regulated as a security under the SEC Act of 1934. Now, How are they defining a digital asset security is the first question that should come to mind. Well, let's scroll up and see. Let's see. Okay, I think this is it. Yep.
Will's elevator music only.
You figured out that's what I was trying to do.
Yep.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
it.
Pretty much. So yeah, this is the beginning of the article. So it pretty much gets right into it. So let's just go from here. The current legal landscape for digital assets, or this rep, some political guy, Boyer. Okay. So this is the guy introducing the bill. Okay, so this guy matters. All right. So let me just read this shit from the top because this is important for us. It's pretty important because we need to make sure that Hex is good to go. And in my mind, Hex is good to go no matter what they do. So I just want you guys to understand everything as far as that goes. Because me telling you that it's good to go because I do work in a function of this on the legacy side. So I understand the implications of all of this nonsense. I have to. So during an eventful summer for the digital assets industry, it may have been easy to miss U.S. Representative Don Boyer's introduction of the Digital Asset Market Structure and Investor Protection Act, the bill, on July 28th, 2021. The bill is perhaps the most promising effort to date by Congress to enact legislation that would address some of the legal ambiguities for digital assets and better define their place within existing financial regulatory structures. Now, when I read that, the first thing that comes to mind is why. I honestly do not think regulatory intervention is required. I think when they had their opportunity to intervene from a regulatory aspect, they decided not to take even a gander at the space and do so. And that was back in 2018, 2017, when people were literally putting up websites and that was it. Right? That was literally it in 17 and 18, right? So what is the objective here and now? It's 2021, right? This was 4 years ago. What is their problem? What is their issue now? Why do they
Yeah,
want to be involved now?
back then, they didn't give a single shit, man.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. So they're not about protecting investors. That we know. We already saw what happened back then. How many of
Yeah.
you guys have gotten your money back from putting money in a fake scam ICO? Not a single one of you. So clearly that's not their intention.
I know no one that hasn't been hurt by 2017, 18.
Yeah, period. Me neither.
Everyone got wrecked.
No surprise there. So, we'll keep reading. We'll keep reading. Let's see. So, Representative Bayer described the current legal landscape for digital assets as, quote, ambiguous and dangerous for investors and consumers, end quote. And we have a special guest here in cartoon form. How about that?
What the
Whoa.
What's up,
That's
guys?
dope.
This is a deep fake if you've ever seen one.
Yeah, this actually isn't Motley right now.
Right.
This is anime Motley.
Whoa, this freaks me out so much.
Oh,
even
man, I
moved.
laugh. It looks weird.
Yeah. It
I look
looks
evil as
crazy.
shit.
Yeah. It's interesting though, man. What is that? Like some type of filter or something?
Yeah, it's like a snap filter you can put on.
Interesting.
Sorry to derail the show.
No. It's all good. It's all good. Everything matters. Everything matters, bro.
That necklace you have looks really good now.
Yeah, right. Wait, you said it didn't look good before?
No.
You better tell them straight.
It's all right.
Don't throw them off the rails.
I got a new one coming, so it's all good.
Oh, you got a new bigger one? Some people are less confused.
Bigger.
Something a little bit more iced out.
Yeah.
Richard Hartworthy.
Right. Oh, you can't see? Hold on. Let me turn the lights on for you.
No.
All right. Back to work. Back to business. All right. Because I was all serious and shit. Now I'm having fun. All right. So as I continue, broadly, the bill seeks. Now let's see. Oh, nice. Here is a copy of the bill. Very nice. I love to read these. I know I'm a weirdo. Broadly, the bill seeks to address deficiencies and or ambiguities relating to customer protection, trade reporting, of course, and transparency, and the usual anti-money laundering and know your client procedures for digital assets. Good luck with that one.
Right.
The bill also seeks to address a wide range of quote unquote practical issues, from the fundamentals such as defining industry terms and categorizing crypto assets, because I guess that hasn't already been done, to the more nuanced, such as establishing standards for transaction reporting and customer protection and advisories, aka adding on more legal costs to what we already have going on.
Whoa, real quick. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
cover it. Do you guys see DJ Cryptomatic's comment?
That CoinMarketCap just tweeted about it.
Yeah.
I just opened Twitter to see what's up.
I'll show you. I got it shared. Someone's a little upset that they're getting sued. I think I have the share screen. Set
What
up.
the
Oh,
fuck?
How-
I just pulled up Wales.
Yo, that is
Yeah.
so unprofessional.
Yeah.
What the what does that do there? That's what?
Thanks for the advertisement.
Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Thank you,
How would-
guys. We
How would
appreciate it.
you? Whoa, someone's gonna.
All
get
you gotta
fired.
do is list it correctly, but thanks.
That's so
Sure,
stupid.
we'll take it.
Like
Well,
this is how childish this space is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like no
100%.
professionalism anywhere. Like you can just have a conversation with us. Instead,
I mean, there's
you're
no
doing this.
conversation to have, bro. All they gotta do is relay the data the right way. It's not
Yeah,
complicated.
of course. And then we wouldn't even have one. But
Like they don't even gotta talk to us, man.
what the fuck is this?
Oh man, I am loving this lawsuit more and more. by the
I
minute.
fucking love it. Like, I'm enjoying this, but like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Maybe they were hacked. Yeah,
just-
who knows?
Yeah, okay. That would be awesome too.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll
It just
take it.
makes me sad about this space again, man. It's like
Oh, space is garbage.
it's just
Yeah, it's
again
irrelevant, man.
why we are so important here.
Yeah,
Well, 'cause we are.
just build it. We
Yeah.
just build our own.
Well, here's the thing. We're number one. Okay. And I know we're number 3 in market cap, but that's irrelevant because we're just number one. That's a fact. And that's why I really, really request and suggest that people really act that way.
Yep.
Because it's like, imagine the Yankees asking Boston how do they feel about what the Yankees are doing. Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. I don't give a damn. Coin market who? What? Irrelevant. Because the price is all that matters. And the last time I checked, a 60x is nice.
Also, the market is dumping again, and we are almost at
Is it?
all-time high again. Everything's red today again. 6%,
favorite days.
8%,
Oh
and everything's
You know what?
dying,
Let me
and
share
Hex
my
is still
chart.
going up.
Let me hold on.
Hex is still going up. That's how beautiful. But yeah, man.
Oh my god, I hadn't looked because I don't even care. It doesn't
And nothing
even
is that.
It's true.
It
Like
doesn't even
we're close to breaking all-time highs again.
Yeah,
And
but what's about
everything's dying.
But here's the thing: people don't know what's about to happen. What's about
Yeah.
to happen is we're about to attack this level once again. Look, couldn't even get in the band. Automatic rejection.
Yay, lower highs.
Look at what's happening here.
Oh, there we go.
It's just no love.
Nothing.
And
man.
you already broke my line, so you toast. It's only a matter of time.
Don't break Will's line. You're gonna.
No,
be
I
toast.
mean, hey, don't gotta listen to me. Look,
Nah, I'm joking.
nah, I'm just saying, you don't. You can do whatever you want. My line's gonna put you in place, right? Because the market structure is a market structure.
I'm a bit baffled about the tweet of CoinMarketCap.
Hey man, whatever works for them, bro. Honestly, it's so irrelevant. It doesn't
It's
even
such-
matter.
No, I don't really
just
care, but it's
I
such
just
a weird
appreciate the
move.
mention now.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. I mean, hey, pump our bags, bro. Thank
such
you.
a weird move. Like
You go from gatekeeping on page 3 to
to
publicly
roasting.
tweeting about us.
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, look, there's all the hexagons iced out. We good.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean,
oh.
we're doing things over here. We're doing things that we can't even talk about.
Yep.
You know,
Love it.
I mean, the things going on in the background, people just, they can't imagine.
They have
They can't
no
imagine. No
fuck.
idea. And it's
Yeah.
just gonna be beautiful because it's all to pump our own bags. That's the beautiful thing. Everything being done is a pump our own bags.
Yeah, it's like someone said on the last stream on the Wake Up Hex, right? Making millionaires without hurting anyone, or
Yep.
yeah.
Making millionaires without exploiting others.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
That was it. I'm never gonna
Whales
forget it
nailed
because
yeah,
it's a great Duke of Booze. Never gonna forget it. Greatest line I've ever. Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It shouldn't be harder than that, especially with these tools that we have to do it nowadays. We got the tools to do it. Why not? Everybody wanted an opportunity. Why not give it to them? That's all I wanted. I got one. And I didn't even ask for it. I just kind of was like, hey, guys, maybe listen to me because of ABC. And you guys listen and look at me now. So it's just about being given an opportunity. That's everybody deserves at least one. And I'm a true proponent of that. That's all. That tweet has to be useful in this lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely making a screenshot of that.
Yeah, because I don't it's definitely antagonizing.
Everyone save those tweets.
Yeah, save that for later.
I just scrolled real quick through my Twitter and I don't see any other tweet than retweets of that CoinMarketCap.
I didn't have it in my timeline. I don't know why.
Right now, I can already see 10 right now.
Let me go to mine. Let's see what my tweet deck is showing.
That's funny, man.
Oh wow! Yep.
Yeah. It's just everywhere right now.
It is everywhere.
That was a good move for engagement. If you want engagement, just tweet about Hexman. You'll be fine.
That's 100% true. That's 100% true. People are going to jump all over that shit.
You want some extra followers? Go.
Oh man. It's so childish. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it makes no sense, but
it's weird.
More power to them, bro.
It has to be one of the biggest companies in the space right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
If not the biggest.
And then you're doing this. What the fuck? It's like being on number 1 and then trying to let number 8 slip or whatever.
Pretty much. I mean, it literally makes no sense, man. But, whatever. More power to them. Somebody gotta look stupid, I guess. It ain't gonna be us.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
It's not gonna be us because we're just professionals up and down.
This is a perfect sign of how much we are winning.
Correct.
When the losers are getting angry at how much we are winning. Yeah. The moment they get childish, that's when you know you got them.
It's the first time anyone's ever challenged them before. Like no one's had maybe someone had the balls, but maybe they didn't have the funds or vice versa. But
they didn't have the ammo.
Yeah, right? now you have the community with the balls and the ammo.
We got a whole fucking army.
Yeah, this is the first time anyone's actually stood up to them, and they probably don't know what the fuck to do at this point.
Good luck to
them. They already screwed up.
Well, the fact of the matter is all they have to do is the right thing. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Present the numbers. That's all.
That's it. Nobody's asking them to do anything.
No, it's not.
Except to stop lying.
Just to do what their site is supposed to do in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're not actually asking them to do anything but what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
that's why I say nothing.
We're not even weird about it. Yeah, it's like
just being direct as fuck. Yeah, it's just nobody's missing any words here. So they can feel however the hell they want to feel. That's their problem. It's funny. That's all we can do is laugh. Dude. Yeah, it's funny, bro. Like all we can do is laugh. Again, all we can do is laugh. Because what's gonna change? Nothing. The code is immutable. Who gives a shit? Like nothing that happens matters.
I wonder how much time has to pass before it's deleted.
I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting because it's all over the place.
It doesn't matter. They might as well just leave it up at this point. Keep giving us free advertisement, and we have our receipts. So
yeah, man, it doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah, that's the thing.
one of the weirdest things I've seen this month, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely up there.
What the fuck, dude? Such a mindfuck.
Yo, that fucking filter is killing me.
Yeah.
The laughing is awful.
yeah, it's all lagged and shit.
Oh god, I'll just stop.
Yeah, but yeah. But it's doing great, dude. Like the eyes, the way it makes those lines, it's really like it's
pretty good.
In an
It's pretty
anime,
good.
yeah.
It tracks you pretty well.
Yeah. It's one of the best
I'm
ones I've
actually
seen
impressed,
so far.
yeah.
It's one of the better ones, that's for sure. I agree with you there, Mark. Definitely the better ones. Now, I'm not a expert in this market by any means, but just general observation. But yeah, man, shit's just funny. I mean, every day we just win more and more, and hexagons just get busier and busier and busier. I don't understand what's going on, but things are changing, man. They're changing and
fast.
I had 2 meetings this morning. Like, I never had meetings before when I worked a regular job. Like, I have like legitimate meetings I have to attend to now. Like,
exactly,
building stuff and project managers. It's just like, what the fuck? I feel like
exactly.
I thought I was retired. What's happening?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Just walked in from one storm into the other is what happened. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's gonna be fun, man. Yeah, it's gonna be fun because all the stuff we're doing is for the community, and it's just gonna be good stuff, dude. I'm looking forward to everything. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, just look at this chart. All we can do is laugh.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke.
Oh man!
So it's about to hit that yellow support line again, right?
Yeah, I guess let me extend it. It's been long enough, right? Let's see settings. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, it's close.
Close enough. It's holding it so far. So we'll see. See if they get lucky and hold that bad boy.
It's only a matter of time before it dumps again.
It cracks. Yeah, it's probably gonna crack.
That's the funny thing. You look at this chart and you're like, it's only a matter of time until it dumps. And then you look at the Hex chart, it's like, it's only a matter of time before it pumps again. You're muted, Motley.
No. Same thing. Saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely gonna crack. So from a physics perspective, what's happening is you're basically got the first yank in the yo-yo, so to speak, right? Yep. So this is the recoil, and then comes the snap or the puke, so to speak.
Splash,
pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. So let's keep reading this thing here because we never actually finished.
Yeah, real quick.
Sorry.
No worries, bro.
Existentialist says, I love this community so much. It's 24/7 party business time.
Yeah, that's so true.
I like that, man.
That's so true because this is a party.
Yep.
I'm about to party with some hexagons a couple weeks.
We're doing what we want to do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I didn't have other travel plans right now, I'd probably be on my way to Prague.
Right? Yeah, I know, man.
I was really close. I'm
surprised you're not going.
My bags.
I'm surprised you're not going, Mark.
Yeah. Tomorrow I have some stuff I really have to do. Otherwise, I'm like, now that I know that's gonna be a thing, I'm keeping my eyes open. Like the next one, I might actually go.
Right.
It might be fun. Just to shake it down.
It's just a train ride, really.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not even that far.
No,
it's like 9 hours, I think. Well, that's with car.
If he comes to the States, he's gonna get swarmed regardless if he goes wherever.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm in Alaska. Everyone's just like, all right,
we're going to Alaska. Be right there, bro. You're right there.
Out this new jacket.
Antarctica, no problem.
This new Fendi jacket.
He's like instantly hot. He's like, this thing's way too
hot. Yo, I saw that shit. I was like, man, this is crazy.
He started backing that shit up in the hotel room. I busted out laughing. He was having a good time.
I thought to myself, like, I wonder if this dude's buying and returning all this shit just because he can. Because there's no way I'm traveling with all that shit.
He's probably got like another car like following him that just.
Yo, he's got to be buying apartments to just keep that crap in while he's there. Are you kidding me? There's no way to store all that shit.
Not staying in the Ferrari.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Definitely
like,
not the Ferrari.
What the hell? I don't think I could buy that much stuff in one day, bro. It's crazy.
Nope.
Could you
Just making
imagine
a point, though.
you have this Ferrari driving there, and then there's a truck behind it with all kinds of
It's
stuff.
just his shit. It's just Louis. Just
A
Louis.
whole
truck.
53-foot trailer.
What if the truck was
Danger.
wrapped? What if it was Louis Vuitton wrapped too?
Yeah.
The entire truck.
Oh my god, that would be the best. Brown
Richard-
tires and all.
Richard, if you're listening, get
Do
it,
it.
man. Do it.
Oh my god,
You got the
that would
money.
be
You know what to
hilarious,
do.
man. Oh my god, imagine that, like a Scania truck just pulling a whole 53-footer. Yeah, that would be so European. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. So even a Volvo, they could get away with that one. Yeah, that would be best. That would be the best. All right, let's get back to work.
Yes.
All right. So back to this nonsense. So the bill also seeks to address a wide range of practical issues, from the fundamentals, such as making up words that already exist, to the more nuanced, such as invading people's privacy even further, because they can't do that enough already. So security, commodity, and other. Give me a second, guys. This bill would categorize digital assets as either digital assets or digital asset securities. Now, this is where the okie doke comes in. I hope everybody caught that. Did you guys catch that? The okie doke?
I was distracted. I'm sorry. I was reading
Okay,
something
this
else.
is important.
What the difference between digital assets and digital asset securities?
Correct.
Yeah.
They're saying there is no difference.
Oh, what? Am I reading?
The bill will categorize digital assets as
Oh,
either
the
digital
fuck?
assets or digital asset securities. This categorization would then determine regulatory consequences and the allocation of agency regulatory jurisdiction. The bill would define a digital asset security in the SEC Act of 1934 and the SEC or the Securities Act of 1933 and the Act 40 and the Act blah 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 blah.
I mean, it just gives them full discretion to just choose.
Do whatever they want.
Yeah, whatever they want. That's all it is.
Mhm. As a digital
I mean, it's a
asset,
big deal, but
yeah, it's a very big deal. It's an extremely big deal. Yeah, that's exactly why we're going over it. Think I want to read this shit?
No.
hey, man, this is what you do for fun. Someone's got to
Right.
do it. I'm glad you
But
do it.
exactly. But that's the whole thing. But that's why I'm,
Most people
relaying it
don't.
to you guys. Yeah, this is important information. This is shit that only I would know,
Mhm.
right? Because nobody's ever looking at this shit because I know it fucking sucks. Of course. This is the crap that nobody wants to deal with, but this is exactly why we now have to deal with it. Because there's been enough of that, man. Enough of that. As much as I've always hated politics, it's now to a point where it's just too far gone. Now people that hate it have to get involved.
Yep.
It's trash.
Wills for
Yeah.
president.
I despise
No.
it. I really do.
I ain't saying all that, bro. I got better things to do with my time, but I'm gonna be involved.
That shit'll kill you. Fuck that.
The first thing I will do as a president is make the Oval Office hexagonal.
That's a good. It's a good start. It's a good start.
Cloud chase only for president at your service.
Yo, that's so stupid.
The first non-American president.
Oh man, that is hilarious, dude. Oh my god. Oh,
I mean, the only thing I have to do is throw enough money at it, so it should be fine.
clearly.
Yeah, we
clearly.
can create you U.S. citizenship. We got you.
Yeah. Shout out to CMC, man. Thank you guys for the free traffic.
Yep.
But you still suck at your job. So,
Okay, so we're getting
anyways,
screwed.
yeah.
That's
So
why
back
we
to
win.
this. Well, let's read, right? Because this is about reading.
Yeah.
Let's we got to read everything in its entirety, right? And try to ascertain exactly what's going on. Because this is just a synopsis, right, of what the bill maybe or maybe doesn't say.
Mhm.
Now, everybody always wonders how I do what I do. I'm about to show you guys real time how I do what I do. Because it's about understanding that the information is out there, and I'm not some type of genius. You just got to look for it. That's all, Because a lot of people want to know. But my thing is I know you guys want to know, but I don't want to really just tell you. I want you guys to know what I know and know where to find it as well, so that you can point people in the right direction. I'm trying to replicate myself. I don't want you to just take me at my word. That isn't going to add any value to anybody's life.
Just like Richard did with Hexicans, it's the same thing. He made
Pretty much.
all of us much more knowledgeable in the space.
Correct.
And what goes on and how it works. Same
Correct. Correct. I mean, imagine having the ability to disprove any nonsense at your leisure. Pretty good skill to have. Yeah. Yep. Pretty good skill to have. Yeah. And I've just, growing up in the hood, you kind of focus your life on disproving bullshit because it's around you. So that's really the net of that. So let's start from the top, right? We're going to omit all of this parenthetical crap, and we're just going to read the whole sentence. This bill would define, this is basically how I do it.
Yeah.
Because this shit is all confusing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. This bill would define a digital security as a digital asset that provides the holder of such asset with any of the following: equity or debt interest in the issuer, HEX not included here, the rights to profits, interest, or dividend payments from the issuer, not HEX, voting rights, not HEX, liquidation rights, not HEX.
That's an important thing from the issuer.
Yeah, that's everything. That's a securities test.
Yeah.
That's a test of a security, whether it's a financial intermediary. Extremely important. That's everything. That's why I can easily say, oh,
not
HEX.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not HEX. Yep. Not HEX. Not HEX. Not HEX. Not HEX. Not HEX. So now we continue to finish to read this. We know that HEX is not going to be defined as a digital asset security per definition. As we already know, there's no issuer here. The digital asset security definition would also include any digital asset issued by an issuer with a service, goods, or platform that is not wholly operational at the time of issuance. This is where they get those with ICOs, where digital assets is transferred to the holder for payment in order to fund the development of the proposed service, goods, or platform.
Good thing HEX is complete.
So, exactly.
We got the fucking perfect thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Why Wales says that reminds everyone that we are number one. This is the number one
literally
in the space.
It's not a joke. I'm not saying it because I own it.
Yeah, they're saying confuse that with
you own it because you say it.
It's not. You own it because it is the best product in the space.
Correct. This is why I go through all these streams.
What about Cardano smart contracts? Soon.
Yeah, soon. I don't know when they're coming out. But supposedly they're out. I mean, I haven't seen one yet.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, supposedly they came out. You have to see it. I don't know. It's a good question. But that would fall under security, right? Because there is a centralized entity at the top of all of that. So, yeah.
Just like all the other coins.
Correct. So, everybody out here acting like they're in crypto, you no longer are. You just got kicked out of it. You're welcome.
Yeah. Damn.
And hey, don't take my word for it. Take the SEC's word for it. They just made you a security.
That's gonna be such a shitstorm in the charts, dude. Damn.
Yeah. This is something that's important to us as individuals. Everyone, please watch this audit public release today at 1 o'clock Arizona time, which is Western Coast time, PST. EST would be 4 p.m. because mainstream will not cover it. And they will try to gaslight the whole thing. And, we all know it needs to happen. So, and we all know what it's going to show. So just be aware.
What is it about?
Don't be told. We can talk about it in the green room.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that type of topic.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That's why I didn't even mention where it's happening.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely be in tune with that. So yeah, back to this. So digital asset security definition would also include any digital asset issued by an issuer. Yeah, we already read this. This is just going over basically all the coins you guys own that are not HEX. Pretty much. And that includes Bitcoin in case you're confused. You're welcome. So the bill would also amend the Commodity Exchange Act to incorporate a broad definition of a digital asset as an asset that, among other things, is created electronically or digitally through software code and has a transaction history that is recorded on the distributed ledger or other digital data structure in which consensus is achieved through a mathematically verifiable process. Now, I'm sad to say that this is where a hex would fall under.
Yep. The old gotcha clause.
Yep, pretty much, because
dodging bullets like Neo until the very end.
correct. So let's keep reading. Excuse me, guys. So let's keep reading because this is important. Because what's going to happen is something is going to change in terms of the infrastructure. Because they're honestly not going to be able to keep up with what they're trying to do. Because they don't have the infrastructure to monitor anything. So that's the important thing to understand, right? So let's keep reading. So the bill would mandate that the SEC and the CFTC issue a joint rulemaking rule, not law, rule.
Important.
No later, very important, no later than 270 days after the bill's enactment that categorizes each of the top 25 digital assets by market cap and also by daily trading volume under the bifurcated categorization discussed above. So maybe we even slide under the radar because we're clearly not going to be top 25 in terms of volume. Maybe it's and clause where it has to be those two to meet the requirements to even be regulated.
Yep.
So we might even get lucky.
With our only transparent volume. And the
Correct.
that everyone's so concerned about.
Yeah.
Correct. That's 100% transparent.
That would be so beautiful, man.
And
how quickly
why
everyone wants that low volume.
Yeah, all
and
of a
this
sudden
is
everyone
why
stops watch trading.
Yeah. But this is the thing, right? Everybody asks, like, why are you such a hard ass when it comes to hex? Well, this is why, because I know what I own.
Yeah.
No confusion here, guys.
On so many different
you can
levels.
find it on so many different levels. Okay. Now, SEC oversight. Under the bill, any digital asset that met the definition of digital asset security would be deemed to be and regulated as a security under the SEC Act of 1934. So, if this bill gets passed, every coin you own that isn't hex is automatically a security. Might want to do the right thing before time. Hint, hint. Yeah. The bill would allow for a grace period before registering as a digital asset security with the SEC became necessary, akin to an Exchange Act's treatment of issuers that are bank, savings, and loan holding companies and bank holding companies. An issuer of digital assets would be required to register digital asset security with the SEC no later than 120 days after. Well, this doesn't matter. This is just technical. We can keep moving. The bill would also allow for the desecuritization of a digital asset security at any time after it is registered as a security. I don't even understand what the fuck that means. With the SEC and asset status as a security will be terminated at the SEC discretion and then run a commodity if the issuer files. This is basically saying that it's a commodity, that it falls under this instead of that, because there's no out. They're not giving you an out.
No, it's like either triangle.
Yeah,
joke.
You either are or you aren't. So the bill would allow for desecuritization of a digital asset security at any time after. So you have to become a security first.
Yeah.
Only then can you not become one or unbecome one as a registered security with the SEC, right? So an asset status as a security could be terminated at the SEC's discretion and thereby rendered a commodity. That's the catch. So this is the either or clause, right? Because this is telling you either are a security or you're going to be rendered a commodity. And in order to attain that status, you got to do this. The issuer files a desecuritization certification with the SEC, demonstrating that the issuer's service, goods, or platform are fully operational and that the digital asset does not provide its holders with any. So I get what this is. So this is what would happen after the project becomes a product. Which in pretty much 99% of the cases isn't going to happen anyway. So we can just keep moving. The provision allowing for desecurity. Okay, yeah, we can just keep moving. So CFTC oversight. This is, I guess, the most important part for us. And I'll try to zoom through this because this is kind of important, but there's a lot to muster in here. Because this is kind of importante, right? Because this is the future of what's going to happen. But this is basically what's at the crux of it. So the bill would amend the CEA definition of a commodity to expressly include digital assets, including Bitcoin, blah, 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 thereby providing statutory confirmation of the current market understanding that has emerged through SEC and CFTC enforcement and formal guidance. The bill would extend the definitions of certain CFTC regulated intermediary activities, namely those of FCMs. This isn't even relevant to us. So let me just skim through this because none of this is important for us. Okay. So I think this is where we begin here. With respect to retail, leveraged margin, or finance transactions in commodities, the bill would shorten the requirements for the actual delivery exception, blah, 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 to section that with respect to digital assets to require delivery within 24 hours rather than 28 days. I mean, that's just a technical thing. In doing so, this bill will identify actual delivery because it happens so fast, right? It's just a click of the button here. So have taken place by reference to time, so that's whatever. That's like if you take delivery on a fucking futures contract or some nonsense like that. That doesn't really apply to anything that's actually happening because this is how little they know. They don't even know that doesn't actually happen. It only happens really in the CME market. So that's not really relevant to the actual crypto space. So that's how little they actually know. That's all that this shows. But, whatever. Let's see here. The bill would also amend.
Oh, yeah, stable coins.
What do you see that at? Is that here?
Here. Yeah.
Here we go. Yep. So this shit doesn't even touch X, by the way, guys.
No.
Doesn't touch X at all. So again, they can't touch what they can't touch.
Some of this will apply to Pulse, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just Pulse will definitely be a project.
Yep.
Yeah, Pulse will definitely be a project. No doubt about that, right? Because it's a blockchain, and a blockchain has to be maintained by somebody.
Yeah.
But if you hold on to your Pulse and you don't trade it, it still has zero value. So you don't have anything you don't have any taxes to pay on it until you do a taxable event. So
correct, and I talk about that often. A taxable event is when the crypto is converted to fiat, not at any other point in time. So make sure you understand that.
Plus, if there's any party that is going to play this game right, it will probably be Richard. Like, he probably knows about this shit.
100%. He's not a slouch.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Like, most projects will just get wrecked because they don't even know.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy because that's so true. Give me a second. Find this chart I'm gonna show.
By the way, real quick, CoinMarketCap just deleted their tweet, and everyone is tweeting right now with screenshots.
I actually just messaged you. If you could send me a screenshot.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll send it right now.
That's funny, man.
I love this community. Yeah, good.
Too funny, man.
Everyone made screenshots, man. That's good.
Yeah, not getting away with that one. Add that to the lawsuit.
So sad. They'll grow up one day. It's okay.
Or we just take them over. One of the two.
Yeah, either or. They'll be all right. All right, so let's see. Back to the stablecoin. Let's see. What is it saying about stablecoins? The bill will provide that from the date of enactment, no person may issue, use, or permit to be use a digital asset fiat-based stablecoin that is not approved by the Treasury. Wow. So now we become federal criminals, felons.
Yep.
Lovely.
Always wanted to be one.
There you go.
This is why I'm looking at leaving the U.S.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
This is fucking crazy, right?
Yep.
Talk about overstepping their boundaries.
Guys are
because the fact of the matter is the government doesn't even issue the currency. No federal entity issues currency. So
Oh,
who
yeah.
exactly is doing this?
Who's making that call?
Oh, damn. Yeah. Whoa.
We keep moving. Let's see. To remove any uncertainty as to the Federal Reserve's legal authority to issue U.S. central bank digital currency. Interesting. So you cannot do it,
But they can.
but these guys can.
Getting ready for the Fed coin. Let's go.
There's gonna be war, dude. The fuck?
Because they know where we're trending to. They know cryptocurrency is where we're trending to. So
100%. They got to get in the way somehow, right?
yeah, they're desperate and they're. You think they're gonna give up all this power just like all like, oh, here you go, and just hand it over? No, like they're gonna. It's gonna be ugly.
Very.
It's gonna be a
But
very
also
ugly
so
fight.
beautiful at the same time.
I guess.
If you want to call it that, yeah.
I think it's gross.
It is gross. It is gross. Foreign fiat currencies, digital assets, and digital asset securities would be expressly denied legal tender status, which could hamper digital asset proponents' calls to move digital assets to the realm of legal tender. So that's the term that they're using, okay?
Legal tender.
Legal tender. Instead of using the word currency. That's the catch-22 from a legal perspective, okay? Don't let anybody tell you different.
Why?
Why? Because what do you pay taxes in?
Currency.
What is legal tender? Not in currency, sir. What is legal tender is what the government deems legal tender, legal by their definition, not by yours.
Yeah.
They issue you their belief system.
So if they use currency, it could be more things than what they want.
Exactly.
I got you.
Yeah, no, I should have been a lawyer. It's okay. So this bill would add digital assets and digital asset securities to the Bank Secrecy Act. This is file. Statutory definition of monetary instruments, thus subjecting them to BSA's AML and reporting requirements. Now, how exactly do they plan to implement this? When you can create millions of wallets. Good luck, guys.
That's why decentralization and true DeFi is so important.
The key. Yep, it's the key. Now, from a FinCEN perspective, this bill would require the Secretary of the Treasury acting through the FinCEN to issue rules within 188 days of the bill's enactment that govern digital assets anonymizing services, money mules, and anonymity-enhanced convertible virtual currency transactions that are used to prevent association of an individual customer with the movement of a digital asset or digital asset security. In other words, we want to know everything you motherfuckers are doing with your money. No matter what, go fuck off. That's what this is. So, yeah.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I gotta hop off real quick.
No worries, man. We're about to wrap this up in a little bit.
Surprise me. Thanks for having me on, guys. I'll catch
See
you,
man.
Peace.
This is them taking the last steps of getting everything you have.
Correct. So we're gonna wrap this up in a little bit too, anyways, because this is pretty much the end of it. So decentralized finance. While this bill does not substantially address DeFi because they can't, it will require a joint report by. So we're completely untouched, guys.
Wait, can we repeat that? Wow.
Okay. While the bill does not substantively address decentralized finance, it would require a joint report by the Federal Reserve, the SEC, the CFTC, the OCC, and the Secretary of the Treasury within 270 days of enactment of this supposed bill. So even if they pass this bill, it means nothing to us, just like I told you guys earlier. That's what this is saying. Because they're going to need something. They're going to have to figure out what they can actually do.
Yeah.
Because they really can't do shit. And that's the important thing to understand. Very, very important.
I'm noticing a trend that there are these so-called authorities that are constantly screaming stuff in words that that sound and seem intimidating,
Mhm.
like they know more than you, and then
Mhm.
once you break it down, you find out that they don't know shit,
Correct.
and that they're also just trying, and you like
Yep.
literally the only power you give it to them is
Your
explaining
attention.
it to them and attention.
Yep. 100%.
Like the more I start to research this, and again, thanks for doing all this because you break it down really well.
Thanks, man.
The more we start to understand what's actually going on, the more we can actually see that we actually have the power.
Correct.
Like there's literally nothing they have
Nope.
other than our belief that they have something.
Correct.
It's
Yep.
ridiculous, man.
100%. But it's true. I'm
Yeah.
glad you see that because it's that simple. Right? Now, check this out. Because this is crazy. I didn't even see this. Within 90 days of the enactment within enactment, right? Within 90 days of enactment, the bill would require the FDIC, which is the entity that insures bank accounts in the U.S.,
Yeah.
um, to publish now in the National Credit Union Administration and Insurance Corporation, to publish on their respective websites a notice regarding the treatment of digital assets and digital asset securities, and stating that digital assets and digital asset securities are not deposits or shares covered by them, regardless of whether an insured bank's saving association or credit union holds the digital assets or digital asset securities. Now that's damning. The SIPC would also be required to publish a notice stating the same thing, I'm sure. Yep, same exact thing. So, in short, we're going to wrap this up with the following, and then I'm going to show the neck breaking chart that you guys are going to be happy you stuck around this
Neck
hour and
breaking
40
chart.
minutes. Oh, yeah, it's going to be gangster. You
I
guys are
like
going to
that.
know what the fuck to do. Because it's going to be it's real. It's math. It ain't me. It's math. If this shit holds true, you're welcome. If it doesn't, well, shit, it was a good talk. But
Maybe it's gonna break your neck even more than it is right now.
maybe.
Wouldn't
So,
that be beautiful? We can buy
in
the.
short, oh, go ahead,
SEC.
brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, we can buy all the institutions that are in this paper.
Uh,
If it breaks,
more to come. More to come. More to come on that later. So check this out. Long story short, guys, they want to be able to custody your assets, know what you have, right? Tell you how you can have it, all of these things, but yet you're not covered by their system. That's the end of this. That's the net of this bill. And they can't touch DeFi yet and still. So if you're not in the real DeFi protocol, much luck to you because you're screwed. So that's how we're going to end that. And now we're going to get into the main event, which is the doubling chart
let's go.
in complete form. So what the hell is going on here? There's a lot going on here. Now, this is where we currently are right now. 46, 47 cents, right? This is the next doubling point. This happened at 42 cents, I think it was, or 46 cents. Yeah, 46 cents is where the doubling happened on September 9th. So the next move is to 92 cents, right? Then the next move is to $1.84, then to 368, then to 736, then 1473. Like this is how Hex should move throughout time. 29.45, then 59.81, then 117, 281 cents, then $235. Now, this is the thing. I have two lines here. You got Hex base, which is in blue, and Hex actual, which is this magenta line, but it has this fucking orange on it. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Get rid of this crap because it's really annoying the shit out of me. Like, I don't know why this shit does this, but it does it.
Best production quality in time, guys.
Yeah, there we go.
That is better.
Boom. 100 times better. Damn, that shit was killing my eyes, bro.
I didn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
I was
Thanks
like,
for your patience, brother. Because I'm pretty sure that was killing you too. All right. So where are these lines coming from? That's the question. Right? That's the actual question. Because what the hell is going on here? Well, like I've been telling you guys for a long time, Hex is log based 2. It's a log based 2 system. And what that means is just that. That is just a doubling system. So every move that you get from Hex is going to be a doubling move by default. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take for it to double. That's all. But that's how it's going to move, because notice, once we doubled is when we actually went sideways. Until then, we didn't double. We just kept going up. And it's been the same way every time. If you look at the chart, all we do is double. That's it. So that's what's actually happening. You're going to figure it out anyway. So I figured I'd just let you know in advance. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So what are these lines saying? So the blue line is the base rate of the doubling that you're going to see in Hex, meaning the slowest is going to go as of now, based on what the math is showing. Because of course, it's all based on what the system is actually doing. It's not based on what anybody thinks. Okay, this is all math. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking 1 over the price to earnings that you get from Hex, right, which is the payout per T-share, right? And I'm taking that number and I'm getting a percentage, right? And that percentage turns out to be 63 days, right? That's what the number ends up yielding. It's 17%, right? So if we take out the latest payout per T-share, what was it? 5.8 or something like that, right? Where is the browser? So we take 1 over 5.8 just to round up. We get 17.2%. So we multiply this by 365. We get 62.93. I round up. That just makes it 63 days. So that gives us this chart. And what this chart is saying is that for 63 days, price of Hex is going to be at 92 cents. Within these 63 days. That's what that means. At some point, it's going to hit that level, if the rate of change is equivalent with the base rate. And so far, we're ahead of the base rate, actually. And that's what the Hex actual is. And that's why they go up at different points in time. So the Hex actual is what is actually happening in the system. Now, let me give you the math on that, because it's all about the math. So where does this math come from? Well, Hex has doubled 13 times in 21 months. So we get 1.615 from that. So then we want to know, well, how many days is that out of a month? We multiply that by 30, 48 days. So I just rounded up to 49. Well, I really rounded up to 50 just to be conservative, because why not? And what we get is this. So we get 92 cents at this point in time, then $1.84 much faster than we would normally see, right? And then 368 much faster than we would normally see. And then 736 much faster than we would normally see. And then 1473 much faster than we would normally see. So you see, if you notice, the price levels for both are the same across the board, because it's a doubling call, right? We're calling for doubles here. So the price level is always going to be the same. It's not going to be the same as when they happen. Okay? And that's why you have these separation between both lines as time progresses, because the doubling effects are happening quicker in the actual versus the baseline. Now, of course, once the math changes, these values are going to change, because this is a dynamic system. So this is just how we're looking right now, right? So this is just a current snapshot in time as to what's actually going on. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. This is crazy, because this is what's going to happen. It's mathematical.
It's beautiful, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy, because it's true. It's what's been happening so far. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. It's not even a real speculation as in, let's see what happens, but more like just analyzing data and just projecting it forward.
Correct.
And it's crazy that this comes out of it then.
Mm-hmm. Because I've been trying to figure out a way to replicate the stock to flow model, right? Like everybody wants that stock to flow model. Well, here it is. This is the reality of it. This was the best way that I could do it, and it's true. It's a real mathematical representation of what price is going to do over time. Simple. The only other way to overlay what the market cap is going to be is by multiplying it by the outstanding number of circulating coins. And that would then give us a dot plot of how we can replicate the, the stock to flow with respect to asset classes and all of that stuff, right? Like we can do everything now with this chart. We can replicate everything now.
Yep.
You're all welcome. And
Up and
yeah,
to the
man.
right.
Up and to the right we go, literally.
So if there's anyone in chat that hasn't bought Hex yet,
good luck.
What are you doing?
Don't know. No idea. If anybody has any questions, lay it on us. If not, we out. So we'll wait around for a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, look at this. It's the base rate takes us to 471. Now this, okay, so what I didn't tell you guys is this is 600 days forward.
Yeah.
So this is only the next 600 days. This isn't even 15 years.
So guys, do me a favor and do a calculation of how much your T-shares will make you if one hex is $1,800. And then think about if you want to stake less than 600 days.
Fuck.
And then think about what's going to happen in 15 years.
Man, it's crazy.
Because this is the system. This is not just what's going to happen now. This is what has been created, and it will continue.
Briz is stupid.
Well done, Briz. Maybe then finally you can quit your job at McDonald's.
Maybe.
Although I have this feeling that no matter how rich he will become, he will still work at McDonald's.
Probably, yeah.
He would be that type of guy.
Yeah, just because he likes it. Weirdo. Oh man. But nah, man, I didn't see the Hex meme, CoinMarketCap Hex meme.
Yeah, the tweet.
Oh, that's what he meant? Yeah.
So. It's funny that everyone made screenshots and now is just replying to CoinMarketCap. Hey, where's the tweet?
Yeah. And the answer to your question is yes, but it doesn't work. Because it always goes back up.
This is funny. There was I made a tweet saying, "Hey, CoinMarketCap, where's the tweet?" And then someone told me, probably for the best, because this was the top reply, and it was his reply saying, "Salty, are we? Love how Yahoo Finance pulls your guys' raw data better than you." And then with a screenshot of how Hex is the third. That's it.
That's hilarious, dude.
Purple Leaf tweeted that. That's great.
Purple is a man. He's my boy. He's a man.
That's one of the best ones.
Riz is the part-time manager.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh no, this is 600 days forward. 600 days forward. This is just 600 days. So this is 600 days from like 2 days ago. I first made this chart 2 days ago. So 598 days left, and we'll see if it's true all the way, right? Say it right now.
All right. Well,
they are
I'm out, I think.
Yeah, they deleted. Yeah, we're pretty much done here, bro. Yeah, where'd the ETH go, and now where'd the tweet go?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's amazing. Oh man,
That's a good
thanks
one.
for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. Oh man. All right, guys. We love y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. All 300 of y'all. Man, y'all crazy. All right. All right, we out. We're gonna drop a little banger on you on the way out.
Outro.
The information displayed in this broadcast is known to cause increased amounts of FOMO. Wells only and his guests are not responsible for any losses you may accrue for having weak hands. Where the haters at? Y'all bitches still ain't showed up. And now, right, we got Hex, flawless uptime. People thought this was a joke. Now they're mad at the chart. It's lullaby music, really, right? It's hard to believe that something like this exists. I get it, but you just gotta come to terms with reality. It just exists. Nothing we can do about it. Buy, stake, and chill, baby. Shout out to Marketable Thoughts. You can't get this kind of shit for free anywhere else. And it's very important to understand that. And we're handing it out.